Nigeria's livestock sector feeds a nation of over 200 million people. It employs millions of herders, farmers, and traders. And for decades, it has run on the same fragile foundations: thin veterinary coverage, unreliable cold chains, shrinking grazing land, and conflict that flares wherever farmers and herders compete for the same ground. This is the story of what changes when a country decides to rebuild that foundation, deliberately, at scale, and with the numbers to prove it. Launched in 31st January 2023, Lpres is a 6-year, $500 million program supported by the World Bank's IDA financing, and it runs in 20 states across Nigeria, coordinated from a national coordination office in Abuja. We have been in this place from time immemorial, from our forefather. We don't know any other place other than this. We have suffered terribly lack of drinking water here, and this well is the only source of our drinking water.
We suffered lack of drinking water here. The water doesn't last long after the rain. Lpres have drilled solar boreholes for us now. We drink clean water. We wash our clothes, and our animals also drink. The entire village is benefiting.
We don't travel far to get water anymore. We were told that the government will drill a borehole for us. We didn't believe it, but Lpres fulfilled that promise. We are grateful. May God bless Lpres. I am grateful to this government. They drilled 4 boreholes for us in this village, and they also brought pasture for our animals. We are grateful. We are truly grateful.
My name is Dr. Mustafa Mohammed. I am the National Animal Health Specialist for Lpres Project.
My name is Wasiu Adeoye Adelabu. I'm an animal scientist, of course. And I'm the Technical Operations Manager for Lpres Project.
My name is Adamu Bala Ishaku, and I'm the National Communication and ICT Specialist of the Lpres Project.
I'm here to demonstrate to His Excellency, the Deputy Governor and the Minister, the ongoing artificial insemination being supported by Lpres Project. This AI, artificial insemination, is being done to our clusters. This is one of our clusters in Edo State, and it's free of charge. We are doing artificial insemination in order to improve the breed of our animals. All the northeast states, Gombe, Bauchi, Adamawa, Taraba, Yobe, and Borno are in Lpres. In the northwest, we have Kano, Kaduna, Zamfara, Sokoto are also part of the Lpres. The north central, we have Plateau, we have Kogi, and we have Niger State. They are part of Lpres. In the south, we have Edo State. Southwest, we have Enugu and Ebonyi are part of Lpres. In the south, we have Ondo, Ekiti, and Oyo State. That makes of the 20 participating states of Lpres.
Lpres, as you may be aware, is Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project. It's a World Bank assisted project domiciled under the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development. Under the animal health component, as you may be aware, the project development objective of Lpres has to do with increasing productivity and commercialization of targeted value chain production systems, and also strengthening the country's resilience to respond to eligible crises. Under animal health component, which is rendering veterinary services to the last mile, livestock farmer in the country. Well, first of all, you cannot talk about productivity when the animals are not healthy, and we started looking at the infrastructure where animals, have services rendered to them in terms of health, and that is what brought us to, first of all, looking at 7 model veterinary hospitals, building them from scratch and equipping them with state-of-the-art facilities.
Lpres was set up to take care of issues, those factors that have been the clog in the wheel of Nigeria livestock agriculture progress. For example, or let me say it this way, everybody knows that Nigeria has huge potential in respect of livestock agriculture. We have suitable land, the climate is not bad, we have fresh water, the way so many countries do not have, and we have the huge market to consume whatever we have produced.
So what does $500 million of livestock investment actually look like 3 years in? It looks like concrete, cold chains, clinics, and calves. In Cheddar, Federal Capital Territory, Lpres has completed a 40 million dose strategic vaccine storage facility, solar-powered, built for 24-hour cooling in a country where power is never guaranteed. Commissioned cold storage is already live in Edo, Lagos, Adamawa, and Sokoto states, with more completing across the country. Because a vaccine that spoils in transit protects no one. 23.5 million vaccine doses already distributed to states, protecting livestock against anthrax, CBPP, Newcastle disease, and foot-and-mouth disease. And the National Veterinary Research Institute's production capacity is being scaled from 120 million doses a year toward a target of 850 million. A nearly 7-fold increase in Nigeria's ability to vaccinate its own herds with its own vaccines. In Yola, Adamawa State, the Jambutu Model Veterinary Hospital is now fully operational, with an imaging section, an e-clinic, a surgical theatre, and a pharmacy run under a sustainable public-private partnership. So the facility doesn't depend on government funding alone to keep its shelves stocked.
We really appreciate Lpres. People are coming here and they are really appreciating your seriously.
You are reaching out to our close facility.
Yes.
What of the ambulatory service?
It's moving on. Yes, everything is moving on. Yes, the doctors are always available, always at the center. The clients coming in and out. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So this is Jambutu Model Veterinary Hospital Commission. That's one of our model hospitals. And the pharmacies being run by Farm Alert. And you can see the officers seated and she's in her home attending to our customers. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
A sister facility in Enugu is delivering the same standard of care. Model hospitals designed to be replicated, not one-off showpieces. Beyond the flagship hospitals, the project has rehabilitated veterinary clinics and diagnostic labs across multiple states and completed a reference laboratory rehabilitation at the University of Ibadan, upgrading the country's ability to detect and monitor disease before it spreads. At the Kawu Grazing Reserve in Bwari, boreholes are complete and revitalization work is underway. One part of a national effort to restore 417 grazing reserves across Nigeria. In Wase, Lpres is strengthening climate-smart livestock infrastructure because restoring the land herders depend on is itself a form of conflict prevention. At NAPRI in Zaria, a completed hay barn and a fully established pasture seed processing unit are helping secure the feed supply that underpins everything else, while motorcycles and equipment reach extension workers in Adamawa, closing the last mile between research and the farmer. Across Kano, Bauchi, Enugu, and Taraba, new livestock service and development centers are rising, hubs designed to bring services, markets, and finance together in one place for producers who previously had to travel for each. Add it up across the states, and the infrastructure list is long. Over 100 solar-powered boreholes, 51 slaughter slabs, 24 rehabilitated livestock markets, 17 abattoirs, and 38 farmer field schools. The unglamorous, essential plumbing of a modern livestock economy. And where cattle routes cross farmland, Lpres is building something harder to photograph, but just as critical. Local peace committees, early warning systems, and, through engagement with ECOWAS, the beginnings of consistent cross-border rules for animal movement. Infrastructure is only half the story. Lpres has trained 8,646 people across its participating states. Smallholders, producer groups, public veterinarians, para-veterinarians, and market actors in artificial insemination, good animal husbandry practices, disease surveillance, One Health principles, conflict resolution, milk and meat handling, and feed formulation. In Kano and 3 neighboring states, Yobe, Sokoto, and Niger, an artificial insemination program is targeting 750 animals in Kano alone, with field teams delivering heat detection, restraint, and hands-on coaching directly to herders between August 2025 and March 2026. And here's what that looks like 9 months later. Healthy calves, photographed in Maitumbi, Niger state. This is what productivity looks like when it's not a line in a budget. It's a healthier calf, a functioning clinic, a market where a farmer's product finally reflects its real value.
So I'm the head of the communication. This unit is saddled with 2 critical issues. One is the issue that has to do with communication, and secondly is the issue that has to do with ICT and digitalization. So for us here at this unit, we are helping the project to reposition the livestock sector as a modern, competitive, as well as sustainable contributor to the national economy. Because as you know that the project is investing massively in the areas of animal health, in the areas of value chain, in the areas of capacity training, in the areas of infrastructure, as well as also trying to link public-private partnership, with various stakeholders.
Livestock species, cattle, sheep, goats, poultry, local and exotic, we're not making the expected gain, leverage from those resources and endowments of the Almighty. In fact, it got to a stage where the narrative was turning negative. That's what brought about Lpres, to address those critical gaps of investment, gaps of framework, gaps of natural resources management and development that led to scarcity of water for pasture for livestock, that instigated the movement that turned into crisis and conflict we talk about. So Lpres succinctly is put in place to address issue of strengthening institutions and innovation framework of livestock agriculture.
May I humbly recommend that with the new infrastructure, training and retraining of personnel saddled with the responsibility for operationalizing this hospital will bring them at par. Every part of Nigeria will witness and feel the presence of the federal government.
This is another very big and important milestone. Just recall that just last week, we visited the one at Sheda, which is taking care of Abuja and the North Central states. Now having this edifice for storage of vaccines and other allied products, for me, is a very great step. we're going to have sustainability and efficient delivery system of vaccines that are effective. Unlike the previous system where we transport vaccines over a very long period to different states. So for me, this is a great milestone for the South region, and I'm sure it is going to help in our vaccination efforts and other allied veterinary services.
I am presently at the Lpres Model Veterinary Hospital in Avele in Edo State, and we have witnessed one of the most significant launch of an animal health infrastructure that is meant to serve the people of Edo State. Livestock is currently witnessing a wave of infrastructural development that can better the lives and livelihoods of farmers. And for this, we cannot thank Lpres enough for this investment through the World Bank project, for this investment in livestock. It's now up to us now to use this facility to ensure that productivity across the country is improved, but not just improved, but that can affect the rural farmer whose lives and livelihood depends on this. Thank you, Lpres.